This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to Isha Training Solutions.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes for other learners to join, and then we'll start our discussion. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes, and then we'll start our discussion. Thank you. Yeah. So we'll get started. So yesterday, what happened? We discussed about the course content, whatever the things that we are going to cover as part of this course journey. So now, today, what we are going to do, we are going to start the day one topic. The day one topic is what are APM tools? What are APM tools? Okay, because that understanding is actually missing right now. Okay, everybody should understand what is actually your APM tool, what are all the core capabilities, where and all you can use this tool. Like that, we are going to get that understanding. So APM tool means what? Application performance monitoring or management. Okay, monitoring tool or management tool, that is actually called as APM, application performance monitoring or application performance management tool. Actually, why I am using the word management? Because sometimes it is actually helping you to manage things. It is not only monitoring, it is also managing things. So that is the reason we are using the word management, application performance monitoring or application performance management tool. Okay, so now you will get a question like, why this tool is that much important, where we can use this tool. Like that, you may be getting a question. So APM tool, predominantly why we are using APM tool, we are using for your end-to-end application monitoring. End-to-end application monitoring. Okay, so what are all the monitoring capabilities that are available? You can do front end monitoring, you can do server level monitoring, you can do database level monitoring, okay, You can do application level monitoring. Application level monitoring. So this is where we are getting the importance. What is that importance? If you consider front-end monitoring in olden days, I'm saying, okay, in olden days, front-end monitoring, you have to use one tool. Application monitoring, you have to use one tool. Database monitoring, you have to use one tool. Infrastructure monitoring, you have to use separate tool. Okay, say like example I'm saying, okay, front-end monitoring, people use tools like GT metrics or web page test or lighthouse or dev tools. So like this, we have to use different tools for performing front-end level understanding. Similarly, server level monitoring. Server level monitoring, in those days we used perfmon or vmstat, netstat, iostat, sar, top or nmon. So like this, even we used sitescope. Like this, we used different tools for monitoring the server level activities. What is happening in the infrastructure? And then database level monitoring. So what we used, we used AWR report or ADDM report or ASH report or DB profilers. Okay, like this we used different tools. So application monitoring. So even we used sitescope or we used okay, I would not say sitescope, we'll say uh, J profiler or your kit Java profiler, okay, or even yeah, so even I would say something like SolarWinds or even other profiling tools and everything. So why I'm saying these things, those days, if you look at it, if you wanted to monitor the entire application stack, you need to learn these many tools. And finding single resource, knowing all these concepts is not that easy. It is not that easy. So in that case, what you can do, you have to look for options. The option now we are getting is actually this Apm tool. You have these Apm tools that are available, which is actually performing end-to-end monitoring, Okay, right now, all Apm tools, what they are doing this. I mean, I am using the word end-to-end, right? They are using the word full stack monitoring. I mean, completely you are trying to monitor, completely full stack, end-to-end you are trying to monitor. That's where everybody started using this Apm tool. Okay, so now look at the challenge. You think from a manager perspective or you think from a customer perspective. So I have to look for these many tools in order to complete one small activity. But if it is in the case of Apm tool, you don't really require to learn that many tools. You only learn the Apm tool, that is more than sufficient to find your pinpoint your performance problem. Find your pinpoint your performance problem. That's where you are going to use the APM tool. Irrespective of any tool, APM tools are working in this way only. I'll take a pause here, guys. Any question till now? Yeah. So now we got the understanding. What is that understanding? APM tools means what? Okay. APM tools means what? At least we will have a fair idea. Going forward, if you are talking about APM tool, yes, you have an understanding. This tool is primarily used for front-end monitoring, server monitoring, database monitoring, application monitoring, all those things you are going to do. Actually saying not only these capability, these APM tools are having little more than that, but on a high level, these are the capabilities that you can achieve using the APM tool. Okay, actually saying not only these capabilities, even you can add all the metrics under dashboards. You can add all the metrics under dashboards, and you can monitor every metric in a single common dashboard. In a single common dashboard, you can monitor every metric. You can monitor every metric. Okay, that is also one of the key capability that is actually available. Okay, one of the key capability that is actually available. Okay, so if you look at it, these tools are having little more capabilities also. Okay, reports also you can send it. Okay, weekly report, daily report, like that you can send reports as well to the end user. So why I'm saying all these things, first of all you should know what is APM tool and what are all the core capabilities that are available. In what way these APM tools are really helpful for you to achieve whatever the monitoring that you are expecting to do. So that is the reason we are learning all these things. Okay, I'll take a pause here. Any question guys still now? Yeah. So APM tools means what? APM tools capable of what? Okay. So moving on to the next topic. Why APM tools are important? So right now also you may be having a fair understanding why it is actually important. Yes, you are going to do end-to-end monitoring across the place. You are going to do the monitoring. Browser level you are going to monitor, or server level you are going to monitor, like that. Across the place you are going to get the numbers. Sorry. Across the place you are going to monitor. That is going to helpful for your root cause analysis. Root cause analysis. Say an example. Typically how it is actually working. Say you have a browser. You have your app server. You have your database server. Okay. So say like your application is actually deployed like this. It is actually hosted like this. Okay. So how you are going to use these APM tool to do the monitoring means all APM tools are almost working like a similar fashion. All Apm tools are almost working like a similar fashion. What is that concept? Each and every place, wherever you wanted to do the monitoring, you are going to install a agent. That agent is actually going to monitor, and that data is actually going to send to the Apm tool. Say, typical example is you are going to have one agent here. You are going to have one agent here. You are going to have one agent here. So, which means that you are going to configure a particular agent for DB. You are going to configure a particular agent for app server. You are going to configure a particular agent for your browser level. So, which means that you are going to configure each and every agent in each and every layer. What your agent will do, as per the functionality, the agent will collect the data. The agent will collect the data, and that data, it is actually going to forward to the Apm tool. It is actually going to forward to the Apm tool. So all these data is actually going to be forwarded to your Apm tool. It may be any Apm tool. It may be Dynatrace. It may be AppDynamics. It may be Neuralink. It may be Datadog. Any tool, this is how it is going to work. It is going to collect the data. The collected data, it is going to send it to your Apm tool. And in the Apm tool, you are going to do displaying of information, analysis, root cause analysis, everything you are going to do it in the Apm tool. This is how your Apm tools are actually working. So now why Apm tools are important? Everybody will understand why Apm tools are important, because you are going to identify a problem in browser layer. You are going to identify a problem in the app layer. You are going to identify the problem in the DB layer. So across the layer, you wanted to find any problem means these Apm tools configured in such a way, it is going to collect every layer information, and each and every layer you are going to analyze the metric. It may be response time, it may be calls per minute, it may be error, it may be exception, it may be anything. You are going to analyze in each and every layer, and you are going to find which is actually creating the problem, and further you are going to share the information to your development team so that they can fix the problem. Instead of spending more time in investigating, they are going to spend very less time in investigating. Once after finding the problem, they can easily resolve the problem. That is the reason we are going to use the Apm tool in our application monitoring. I'll take a pause here, guys. Any question? So till now, what we are actually discussing, not only AppDynamics, all Apm tools in the industry, it is actually going to work in the similar way. Okay, that is the reason I'm telling in a generic way. I'm explaining all these things. Realistically speaking, if you learn one Apm tool, it is a matter of fact for you to learn the other Apm tools also. Only the naming change or the label change or fundamental things only will be changing a little. But other than that, there is no major activity in the case of Apm tool learning. So as part of the initial learning, we are going to learn the AppDynamics tool now. We are going to learn the AppDynamics tool now. Okay, so till now what we are understanding, why we have to learn this tool. Actually, what is Apm tool? Both the things we are getting it to know. I mean, first of all, you should know what is Apm tool and why Apm tool you have to learn. That is also important, right? Now, with the picture that I'm showing right now, it is clearly evident you are going to learn. I mean, you are going to learn this tool because you are going to find the problem in the browser. You are going to find the problem in the app server. You are going to find the problem in the DB server. Across the place, you are going to find the problem so that it is easy for the developers to resolve the problem, quickly deploy the code, and then your mean time to repair, MTTR rate, okay, mean time to repair, or your downtime, your availability, all those things you can manage it without having any problem. You can manage it. Okay. So if you are, I don't know, in this forum, how many are working in retail based organization. In retail based organization, they are very keen on availability metric. They are very keen on availability metric. What is availability metric? How much of time your server is actually available? How much percentage of time your server is actually available? Say like you are 100% time available. Yeah, you are doing a wonderful job. You are 90% available. 90% available means what? 10% of the time you are not working at all. Your application is actually having a problem. 10% of the time the downtime is actually happening. So based on the availability, you are going to say how much of the time your application is actually down. So if you are having more of a downtime, your end users will not be satisfied with your application performance. So in that case, what you are going to do, you are going to maintain the high availability. How to maintain the high availability? Your application should work fine without having any problem. If there is any problem also, how quickly you are going to bounce back, that is all dependent on the availability metric. How you can minimize your availability? If you are spending too much time in identifying the problem statement itself, that is not the right approach. So in that case, what you can do, you can minimize your identification of the problem, you can minimize your problem resolving, then only you can say the availability is actually high. So in that situation, these APM tools are really going to helpful for you to identify the problem, resolve the problem, redeploy the code, and then your business continuity will be there. Your availability will be all the way high in percentage. That is the reason these APM tools are becoming very, very, very important nowadays. I'll take a pause here, guys. Any questions till now? Yeah. So now we know it is very important because through this we are achieving lot of things. Through this we are achieving lot of things. Say an example. Typically. So say like how many performance testers are there in this group? Is how many performance testers? No performance testers. Okay. So why I am asking this question? Whether you guys are measuring browser level metrics. Whether you guys are measuring browser level metrics. That is the reason I'm asking this question. You guys are measuring browser level metrics. Browser level metrics is nothing but this time to first byte, time to interactive, first visual change, on load, full load, like that. There are browser level matrices that are there. You guys are measuring it?
No, sir.
Yeah, the visual change we are measuring.
Sorry, Akram, what is that?
The visual change, visual load, how much time.
Sorry,
like
your
the
voice is
refresh
very,
rate.
very low. Your voice is very, very low. Come again.
Can you hear me now?
Your voice is very dull. Okay, go ahead.
No, I told that it's the visual change, visual refresh rate, how much time the page is taking to load visually when we look at it visually.
You are saying you are measuring that, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Or we intend to measure that.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So actually saying why I'm asking this thing, because right now in industry many are not doing this activity. Many are not doing this activity, and I would say they are not aware of there is a thing that is actually available. And one more problem is also nowadays we are facing. Okay, one more problem also nowadays we are facing. What problem? Customers, they started asking questions. What question? What question customers nowadays they are asking? They are telling the number that you are providing. What number? Your response time detail and other details that you are providing, right? The number that you are providing as part of the performance testing is not matching with the production number whatever I am getting. Okay, production number whatever I'm getting, right? That number and your performance testing numbers, they are not matching. Customers, they started asking this question. Okay, they started asking this question. Okay, so why it is not matching? There are lot of reasons are there. There are lot of reasons are there. Anybody can guess, like, what are all the reasons? Maybe anybody can guess. What are all the reason your production number and your performance testing numbers are not equal?
Maybe different network speed.
Yeah, maybe small influence will be there. What else? What else may be the reason? Your server configuration and capacity. Your server configuration and capacity, which is there in production, which is there in performance environment, right, may be different. Because of that, the difference in number is actually there. That may be one reason. That may be one reason. And then your performance testing report, in that browser loading numbers are not available. In performance testing report, your browser loading numbers are not available. But in the case of production monitoring, they will measure using any Apm tools. They'll measure end-to-end response time. Okay, they'll measure end-to-end response time in production. But in performance testing environment, browser loading numbers will not be there. Browser loading numbers will not be there because your performance testing tool is not having the capability to measure the browser loading, browser rendering, page painting. All those capabilities are not available in the performance testing tools if you are using HTTP HTML protocol. If you are using HTTP HTML protocol, your performance testing tools are not having the capability to measure the browser loading time. How we are saying that is not having the capability? This question you guys may be asking. So if you look at it, say like manually if I'm going to do transaction, what will happen? I am going to use browser. I am going to use the server. I am going to give request from the browser. I'm going to give request from the browser. The request is actually going to the server. Request is actually going to the server. And server will give me back what? Response. Response will be provided by the server. That response will be reaching to my browser. That response will be reaching to my browser. So which means that when you are manually doing certain activity, this is how request is actually going to the server. Response is actually coming from the server. This is how it is actually working. This is how it is actually working. Now you consider you have a performance testing tool. Now you consider you have a performance testing tool. So say like performance testing tool, which is actually your example, you are having one tool called Jmeter, Apache Jmeter. Okay, so you are using performance testing tool, which is actually Apache Jmeter. Okay, so say like you are giving a request. So you are giving a request. What your tool will do, it will also, while going through, because it is a proxy server, right? While going through the tool, the tool will take the copy of the request. The tool will take the copy of the request. So server will process the request and it will send the response back to the browser. While going through the tool will also capture response. Tool will also capture the response. So now in this activity, what is actually happening? The tool is actually copying the request. The tool is actually copying the response. Both the things are available with the tool. Request is also available. Response is also available. The tool is actually having both. Request is actually available. Response is also available. Okay. Now request is also available with the tool. Response is also available with the tool. Okay. So I recorded the flow. Using Jmeter. Now what I'm going to do? I am going to do the replay. So replay. During the replay, what will happen? During the replay, this entire layer is not there. During the replay, this entire layer is not there. Why this entire layer is not there? Because your tool is having the copy of the request. The tool will hit the request directly. And your server will again give the response. So you have one recorded response, you have one replay response. Okay, you have a recorded response and you have a replay response. Both response it will compare. If both are equal, it will say pass. If both are not equal, it will say fail. This is how your performance testing tools are actually working. So in this example, why I'm explaining this example in a detailed way? In this example, if you clearly understand, since because you are triggering the traffic like this, your browser layer is not available. Your browser layer is not available. So if the browser layer is not available, in that case, you are not going to get the browser loading metrics. Browser loading metrics will not be provided by the performance testing tool. Performance testing tool. Any question, anybody have any question?
I have one question, Sarvana.
Yeah, Mother.
Yeah. So browser level, if we face any browser level performance issue, that won't impact the server, like production server, right? That
Yep.
will be like a client machine issue. So should we consider that as a performance issue because it is specific to that machine?
See, specific to the machine. See, why you are telling the word specific to the machine? It may be the browser outdated version, or the end user did not clear the browser memory, or the system is not that far, or there is no memory available in the system like that. You are controlling the issue only to a particular machine. But I am not telling in that way. I am telling there is a problem with the content while loading in the browser. The content is actually heavyweight. The content is not handled properly. The content under low bandwidth it is not working fine. Such kind of a problem I'm telling. Okay. So yes, if you are saying a single machine level problem, that is not going to give you very big impact. But every end user when they are facing a problem, that is actually going to create an impact. That time only I am saying all these things are really important. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
And one more question, like if different types of browsers we use, like Chrome or Microsoft Edge, so like do they like impact differently? Like will browser matrix will be different for different browsers?
Definitely, right. There is a compatibility thing is there, right? If your browser is not compatible, then the loading will be high. If your browser is actually compatible, then the loading will be low. That's how it is working, right? So yes, it will impact, but don't expect in very high number. It's all in milliseconds only. Millisecond, microsecond, this is only will be there. But there will be a little difference. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So for the learners who joined today for evaluating us, please reach out to Kumar sir. This is Kumar sir number 8019952427. So I'll ping his number in the chat. You guys can take it. This is Kumar sir number. This is Kumar sir number, and I'll also paste the link in the chat. You guys can take it. Okay. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. 8019952427 is number. This is actually a weekday session, Monday to Friday. This time slot 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Indian time. We are going to have the session, and weekends holiday, Saturday, Sunday holiday, and all the sessions, whatever the session that we are taking, we are going to record the session, and each and every day we are going to upload the video in YouTube playlist to all. These videos we are going to have it for lifetime access. Okay, you can own this video for lifetime access. And whatever the software, artifacts, documents, whatever that are required for the course journey, we are going to share it through we are going to share it through Google Drive. Through the Google Drive, we are going to share this information. So you can also download, set up in your machine, and then you can do your learning as well. So all interview related questions also we are going to discuss. All industry best practices we are going to discuss. In real world, how we are going to use this tool, we are going to discuss. Okay, so that's how this entire course journey is actually designed. This is actually 15 hours of a session we are planning. Okay, 15 hours of a session we are planning. So each day 1 hour we are going to learn. Okay, so those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir, 80199524227. This number is actually 80199524227. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. And as you all know, we already started the session. We started discussing the first two topics already. So like this only we are going to do our learning. So tomorrow also we are going to continue our learning. So those who wanted to have continuous learning without missing any topic, tomorrow we'll do our next session. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye bye.